There should be no.
We're supposed to stand up and close down.
Oh, baby. Is your one?
What?
Is your one? Will you go grab her one and give me a little more?
I'd cut
More
it
one?
short. Can you get me a little more too?
Yeah,
It's on
Sure.
the table.
Is it the same kind?
Chair. That was our mom.
Yeah, right.
Oh, thank you.
Sophie's walking down the aisle.
Yeah, or second it off.
Joe, can you take a step forward? Thank you. Hello. Are we supposed to stand? Yeah. Good job,
Teresa and Fred, question for you. Are you ready to give away your daughter in marriage?
Well, after a long year's contemplation, I think I'm ready.
Okay, good.
I'm not ready.
If it makes you feel any better, Lori and I are very eager to give our son away. It'll make a difference.
I don't have a choice.
Joe, I thought you
think
said
kind
you
of
were
like-
depressed today.
Well, not about getting married. It's just it's his birthday, and you know, all the memories of little Johnny coming home, getting punched in the face by his sister, for peeing on his father. First day home, true story. So you know, all these memories of getting older. Yes. So, and here's this huge milestone. So, and forgive me for frequently looking at this. I tried doing this without reading it and it totally bombed, so I'm going to be looking at my book a lot. But welcome everybody to the official yet economical wedding of two of the greatest examples of what young love should be in today's world. And just so you know I had some requests to make this humorous, and I tried writing some things that were funny, and it kept circling around to like funny things about hookers. This is not the venue, so if anything funny comes up, it's not intentional. Okay, so this is a special day for all of us because everyone here has played an important role in making Rebecca and Johnny into what they've become as young adults. Two of the kindest, nicest, good-looking, and hardworking children that any parent, grandparent, thank you for being here too, or sibling could ever hope for, and cousins. Now we have the honor of being here to witness the beginning of their marriage journey together. A journey that will be filled with love, laughter, tears, mystery, and adventures that their future together will bring them. And children, please God, let there be children. Thank you all for being here today and being a part of this. Marriage is the most significant step in a relationship as it officially makes your relationship known to all as a binding partnership that is founded in love and commitment. If anyone notices that I'm not breathing, some sort of signal or something before it is not just a piece of paper, as some have described it. It is a promise to each other to always be there, to have each other's back and be a source of strength and encouragement through good times and bad. Although this sounds romantic and maybe a little gooey in a wedding ceremony, it is also work, but work that brings great rewards. I truly believe that the two of you need to look no further than your own parents to see what reward such a commitment to each other can bring. I cannot even begin to imagine my life without my amazing wife, and I'm sure that Teresa and Fred feel the same way about each other. I'm not gonna ask Lori what she thinks her life would be without me, because sometimes it's really wise to keep that mystery part of the relationship at the forefront. Again, thank you everybody for being here. When Bekah and John asked me if I would perform the wedding ceremony for them, I was a little more than unnerved. I did not want to screw up my son's wedding. And then I found out it was going to be on his birthday, and my immediate thought was, this will be okay, because ever since he's been born, he's been screwing up my life. This is probably meant to be. Good call.
Yeah.
Now, as a parent, it's only natural to worry about your children. I didn't know stress. I thought I knew stress. Did not know stress until I had kids. That's stress. So I always tried to picture, I don't know if other parents do this, I always tried to picture who their partner would be, what they'd be like, hoping it'd be someone who would share their likes and dislikes, be supportive when times are rough. And I always tried to picture what they would look like. And I got a pretty good idea about 4 years ago when Johnny was doing a ride along with me. We're in downtown Fredonia. We pulled up to an intersection, and I heard him suddenly yell, "Hey, look, it's Bekah!" He rolled down the window further and yelled out the window a couple of times, "Bekah! Bekah!" And over to the police car comes this vibrant, beautiful, smiling young lady, and she yells, "Johnny, what are you doing?" And then, right along, you know. And we couldn't stay there too long. We're at an intersection in Fredonia, so we chatted for half a minute. He introduced me to Bekah and drove away. And then Johnny rattled on for a long time after we pulled away about what a great girl Bekah is. And Bekah is a real sweetheart. And I got the impression when I met Bekah that she seemed more than a little interested in him at that moment. That was the idea I got.
I think I would kiss him on the cheek.
So my daddy intuition was right. And so I understood that there was some sort of connection there, and I was pleased. Found out that a couple coworkers of mine also were excited for John, because one day they'd seen this girl drive by. They said, "Hot girl in a green Volvo." And I go, "Yeah, I think I know who that is. Johnny's dating her." And they go, "No." I go, and then they go, "Does she live in an apartment above Charlie's barber shop?" And I go, "Well, how do you know that?" They said, "Well, after she drove by, we cut down Canada's on the street, went to the parking lot, and we saw her come out and go around the corner. We drove back around, and she was gone. And then later on, we saw her come out of Charlie's barber shop."
Oh.
The moral of the story: you guys are sick. So anyway, I understood that possibly maybe it could be that Johnny was interested in Bekah, and thank you God that Bekah was interested back. So now Johnny was about to enter the Chautauqua County Sheriff's Academy. This was in, I think it was right at the end of the school year when I met you.
12.
Okay, so Johnny's starting the academy, and he made it very clear that he was not going to get involved in any sort of relationship with a girl, at least not until the academy was over and done with. Good move. So 2 weeks into the academy, Johnny's in a relationship with also a good move. So not a bad decision, son, and not one I'm too sure you had much control over. She's a magnet.
Aww, such a magnet.
So, and I knew that this was a good thing for us because Johnny's sister Kaylin, who is very protective of her brother, was absolutely thrilled with his choice. So she was excited that two of them were dating, and she was so critical of who he might show an interest in. Yeah, we felt very good. Not only that, but we have a lot of connections in the Cassadaga Valley school district and everything, so we were checking the Casadega Valley families and friends, and, you know, it just seemed like this girl was a little too good to be real, but that was
We checked you Brettles out. We heard a few stories.
I hope you didn't hear any of Jared's.
Not a bad word was spoken about Bekah or the Brettel family. That was another thing that always jumped out.
That's
That's
amazing.
amazing.
Considering Jeremiah.
You had to pave the way, right?
Yeah, somebody had
I don't know if this is appropriate, but Jeremiah, I think you're a hero. I know you will jump in and defend your sisters, and I think that's an awesome thing. I think that's an awesome.
He's done his homework.
That's what brothers are supposed to do.
How about that?
Okay, so let me get back on track here. Bekah and Johnny, I think I can speak for both families when I say that we are so proud of both of you, and we wish you all the happiest life together. We're in trifocals, progressive trifocals, not a great move. I know, Mom said no.
He looks more handsome in these ones.
Well, anyway. Okay, so when Bekah and Johnny met with me a couple weeks ago, we talked about how we were going to do this ceremony. We talked briefly about our religious beliefs and how to incorporate that into the ceremony. You might have recalled a couple times here I said, thank God for this or that. And I do believe that God exists and He wants only good for all of us, but we have to make our own way in the world. God is not going to do that for us. We have to make our own choices and walk our own path. He has provided us with the ability to make good choices or bad choices. And Johnny and Bekah, I think God is happy with your choices today. I know that all of us are. You've made your families proud and pleased. And I would like to take this moment to quick little prayer for the two of you in this wedding. Dear Lord, thank you for bringing together Johnny and Rebecca, and in doing so, making these two families one. Bless their marriage and keep them strong in their commitment to each other. We ask that you guide them in their daily life and to allow them to continue to make good choices, such as the one that has created this union. For all that you do, we thank you. Amen.
Amen.
Okay. The hard part. You guys got to get to work. I know you're holding a bouquet. Do you want to join hands now, or okay? So go ahead and join hands.
Me too. I'm sweating.
You're allowed to be. Okay, John, we're going to start with you. Repeat after me. I, John Joseph Conti, take you, Rebecca Ann Brettel, to be my lawfully wedded wife.
I, John Joseph Conti, take you, Rebecca Ann Brettel, to be my lawfully wedded wife.
My constant friend,
My constant friend,
my faithful partner,
my faithful partner,
and my love from this day forward.
and my love from this day forward.
In the presence of God, our family and friends,
In the presence of God, our family and friends,
I offer you my solemn vow to be your faithful partner,
I offer you my solemn vow to be your faithful partner,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
in joy and in sorrow,
in joy and in sorrow,
and in life as well as in death.
and in life and as
Well as in death. I promise to love you unconditionally,
I promise to love you unconditionally,
to honor and respect you,
to honor and respect you,
to laugh with you and to cry with you,
to laugh with you and to cry with you,
and to cherish you in this life and the next.
and to cherish you in this life and the next.
That's it.
All right.
Becca, your turn. I, Rebecca Ann Brettel, take you, John Joseph Conti, to be my lawfully wedded husband.
I, Rebecca Ann Brettel, take you, John Joseph Conti, to be my lawfully wedded husband,
My constant friend,
my constant friend,
my faithful partner,
my faithful partner,
and my love from this day forward.
and my love from this day forward.
In the presence of God, our family and friends,
In the presence of God, our family and friends,
I offer you my solemn vow to be your faithful partner.
I offer you my solemn vow to be your faithful partner,
In sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
in joy and in sorrow,
in joy and in sorrow,
and in life as well as in death.
in life and as well as in death.
I promise to love you unconditionally,
I promise to love you unconditionally,
to honor and respect you,
to honor and respect you,
to laugh with you and to cry with you,
to laugh with you and to cry with you,
and to cherish you in this life and the next.
and to cherish you in this life and the next.
Very nice. Okay, now you both said your wedding vows in front of your families. So I'm going to ask you something, and you need to answer with, I will, or I won't. But it has
How
to
many
be,
questions is it?
but it has to be it has to be one or the other.
Multiple choice.
So, John Joseph Conti, will you take this woman to be your wife, to live together in the covenant of marriage? Will you love her in sickness and in health, forsaking all others, to be faithful to her for as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Rebecca and Brettel, will you take this man to be your husband, to live together in the covenant of marriage? Will you love him in sickness and in health, forsaking all others to be faithful to him for as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Right answer.
Okay, you can let go of your sweaty hands for a few minutes if you'd like. And the father of the bride, Fred Brettel, has a little something he'd like to do here for you.
Okay. Teresa, you come out with me? Okay.
Let me move out of the way so you can be in the camera.
Or Joe?
Last one here.
No, this will work. Might happy occasion, huh? When we sit in a circle together and share our thoughts and feelings, we participate in a powerful, unifying practice whose origins stem from the very beginning of human time. You, Johnny, and Rebecca are here together to celebrate your marriage and to acknowledge your unconditional and everlasting love for each other, which has grown from that very special first look at each other and from that very first kiss. You are here together, thereby honoring your mother and father, your siblings and friends, your family. You are the salt of the earth. The phrase stems from early Christianity. It means that you are good and basic persons. It is obvious to us, your family, that you both strive to be just that, and that this quality is inherent to your nature. Go ahead, Teresa.
Okay, here's the salt of the earth.
Keep it on your eyes, though. Okay. We would like you to participate in a tree planting ceremony, a ceremony that is simple, yet is a meaningful act, one which creates the mindfulness of the values of life and continuity. So, Teresa, this is your part.
Okay. We would like you to symbolically show your commitment to each other. Rebecca, take the soil that you have gathered from your homeland and place it in the pot. Okay. You can place it in the pot. There you go. Blend the soils, and then take these two young trees. Okay, we'll do Johnny's. Here's Johnny's soil from his homeland. Go ahead. Okay.
Different colors.
They're different colors, aren't they? Yes, I know. Blend the soils and then take these two young trees and plant them in a special place that is meaningful to you. The soils represent the nutrients needed for the trees and for your marriage to grow and flourish in good health. The trees, with their strong roots and upward growth, with their branches growing in many directions, represent your life together. In love and in love with life, with respect to each other and for all that will challenge you. May you grow physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And both take the picture and water the plant. Nice.
Are they gonna like throw water like they do with a cake?
Later.
And then I'm going to bless you with some holy water. Speaking of water.
That looks
It's
fun.
never on fire.
No smoke, no fire.
And Dad's going to finish the rest of the ceremony with your tree.
Where'd you leave off?
Start at the top of the page.
Okay, the fun part. We're gonna go down the basement and get our snow boots on. Because of the inclement weather, I prepared a spot for you to plant it, so. Only kidding. We'll do it. I know you will. But anyways, the trees require the energy of the sun to be able to grow. Your marriage requires the energy of God's blessings of love upon you. And you will grow physically, emotionally, and spiritually.
It's okay, the trees. Right here, Stephen.
The trees require water, as all living things require. Water comprises about 75% of the Earth's surface. And coincidentally, your bodies, and each cell in your body, is comprised of water in approximately the same proportion. The trees are the Allegheny serviceberry. They are the first trees in the Allegheny region to open their flower blossoms in the spring. The flowers are white, as you know. I don't know if Johnny knows that, which represents new life, purity, and spirituality. The trees are called serviceberry because during the pioneer days of the Allegheny region, the ministers traveled the countryside after the long, hard winters to share the words and glory of God through the teachings of Jesus. The trees are also called Juneberry because their beautiful white flowers become berries, very similar to blueberries, and which provide nutrition not only to the birds and to a variety of mammals, but to people as well, and thereby promote good health. May you both always remember that God is good, God is love, and with this knowledge, you will overcome all challenging times, and you will grow your unconditional and everlasting love for each other. We, all of us here, bless your union, your marriage to each other. Grow in peace and happiness and in good health. And always know that we all love you in the same way. God bless you. I love you. Thanks, John. Thank you. We're proud of you both. Okay.
I wish I remembered I had a whole glass of gin right next to me. That's water. Okay, and right along the same line as the tree, which was awesome, as a symbol of your unending commitment to each other, as the circular shape of the rings represent, we will do the exchange of the rings. And my wife thought I got my nipples pierced, but I just have the rings right here. Okay, Johnny, place the ring on Rebecca's finger and repeat after me. With this ring, I pledge my love and faithfulness to you.
I pledge my love and faithfulness to you.
Today, tomorrow, and always.
Today, tomorrow, and always.
Rebecca, place the ring on Johnny's finger and repeat after me. With this ring, I pledge my love and faithfulness to you.
I pledge my love and faithfulness to you.
Today, tomorrow, and always.
Today, tomorrow, and always.
By the power vested in me by the Universal Life Church and the state of New York, I now pronounce you husband and wife. And Johnny, you may now kiss your wife.
Oh.
Face your family. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my extreme honor to present to you for the first time Mr. and Mrs. John and Rebecca Conti.
Her ears would be flushed and everything, but I have so many happy memories of Rebecca growing up, as with all my children, and I am tickled to have Johnny come into our family and share his life with us. And I wish you the best, I wish you so much, it's hard to put into words, but I wish you good health and happiness and everlasting love for each other. And I hope someday you bear children, make
Thank
me
you,
happy
Brad.
grandparents. Not to put any pressure on you, but you know, I'm waiting for it, and I know Elena's waiting for it too. Katrina, you're not waiting for it.
No pressure? No pressure? No.
Johnny and Rebecca?
Johnny and Rebecca.
Cheers. Cheers.
Oh, cheers.
Let's double cheer then.
Lori had to do cheers.
Johnny came into this world like he lives this world all at once. Like just, I was in labor for about 14 minutes, and the doctors wouldn't let me push him out. And they're like, no, don't push. And he said, well, I'm coming anyway. And he just, popped out like a cork on that aisle. And that's how Johnny lived life from the time he was 2 years old. He's just been very, very adventurous and quick, and then he went ahead and ran track and broke all kinds of records, and now he didn't get married quite fast enough for me. They've been dating for 4 years or longer.
Almost
5 years. But at least he chose Bekah because she's perfect for me as a daughter. Which I always wanted another daughter so that my daughter KK could have a sister. And what I'm most happy about is the coming together of two families, because that doesn't always happen these days. And I love the Brattle family. So, congratulations, Johnny and Bekah, Mr. and Mrs. Conti.
All right.
I know, here.
All right.
I'm gonna do the next toast because I wanted to say very grateful for the Conti family and getting to know them. They're beautiful people. They're very helpful, and they're just wonderful. And I mean, we couldn't have a happier, a better family. And Johnny, again, of course, I love my Al, but I love Johnny too. I'm thankful. And I'm going to talk a little bit about Bekah's birth.
Ooh.
Quite the opposite.
Quite the opposite. She was having a difficult time, Rebecca. She wasn't. It was that, but she couldn't quite figure her way out. Poor girl. It happens. She was a little confused by the route, and she was on her nose, which was next to the hole, hitting the wall for a long time before she goes, oh, there's the hole. Okay.
Wow, that's me.
But it fits her personality because sometimes she's a little confused. Yes. But really, it is, when she did come out, it was the most beautiful April 25th day, and everything was in bloom. Tulips, red, pinks, flowers, daffodils, and the serviceberry, and all the wonderful flowers of spring on the trees and in the ground. And I knew, oh, what a beautiful, beautiful time to come into the world. New beginnings, new life, and here's to their new marriage.
Cheers. Nice job.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers. Wait, there is one similarity there. The doctor let me pretty much deliver Kaylin. I got to do a whole lot of that. And then for Johnny, same thing. Head pops out and everything. Doctor let me guide everything. And then all of a sudden, I got hip checked out of the way by the doctor. And he goes, the shoulders are stuck. And I said, I don't care. You're going down. You don't hit me that way. So he goes, get in here, because he's going to come out quick. And so I got back in there. I was nervous, but he didn't hit me again. And then, boom, out popped John. But that was it. There was a moment of, is this happening or not? And
like 10 pounds.
I just want to say I love my baby brother. He's a lot bigger than me. And I'm very protective, as my dad let on earlier. And really worried about who he had dated and wanted him to choose a great sister for me, as well as a good wife for him. But, you know, I wanted a great sister. And I'm just so happy to have Bekah as my friend. And I can't wait to be sisters for the rest of our lives. So here's to Johnny and Bekah and their new marriage.
And sisters.
All right.
Sisterhood.
Sisterhood.
Well, I'll continue on the sisterhood side. And I'll just say, ever since you were born, yes, older sister, I've always wanted nothing more than you to be happy and cared for. So today, I get to humbly step aside and faithfully pass that torch on to Johnny, who I know will put your needs and your marriage needs above all else. So I love you both. That's a lovely time.
Nice. Very nice.
I don't cry until you say
If you look around, like half, all the women and I are crying. I just saw Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
I always looked up to Bekah, and I remember the first time I met Johnny, and it was at a soccer game. I was like, who the heck is this guy?
Oh yeah,
He had
you
to
were
pass
so
the
you were
test.
running by. You're like on the field playing. She's so skeptical.
But he passed the
Katrina
test.
style.
And he had definitely a lot of tests and a lot to earn up to be my sister's boyfriend and now husband. And everything with Bekah did, I always had to do. And one day that I hope that I can find someone as great as Johnny and even Al. And I want nothing but the best for you, and you have it. So here's to Bekah and Johnny.
How long is this gonna go for?
I agree.
No, I gotta get the things heated up.
We're talking earlier and we were like, we're so lucky to have the family that we have who drop everything to put this on for us. You guys are so selfless to do this for us and we're so happy. My mom cooked dinner for 15 people, sit-down dinner. Lori has been a huge help with planning Mexico and this day and doing so
Flowers.
much.
And flowers. These are high quality flowers.
My dad, who was on his hands and knees scrubbing the floor with one arm. And Joe, who, as apprehensive as he might have been,
Way out of
still
comfort
knocked
zone.
it out of the park with probably the best marriage ceremony I could have ever imagined.
Best one I've ever done. For you.
Yes.
And I'm so excited to gain a new family, and from the moment I walked into this family, I've been welcomed.
More than me sometimes.
And
To that.
and for that, I really am so thankful to have another family as great as my own.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Careful. Yeah, don't break the glass. Yeah.
Johnny, happy birthday for your birthday.
Yeah.
A brand new brother-in-law.
There we go.
Once in a lifetime birthday present.
Yeah, I always wanted a brother. I've always had my cousins as brothers, and now I have a brother who's brother.
A brother.
Yeah.
What does that make us? Brother, son?
Mother.
What does,
Nothing.
yeah, what, mother-in-law.
Twin sons from different mothers.
Stepmother-in-law.
Way to go, Tree.
Do you want to do that without the? I'm gonna go get my wallet.
Yeah.
This is legal, the other one's
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is the one that counts.
On that one.
We've reserved the boat very soon. 2, which fits 6 people aboard for fishing on Monday, the 29th at 7 a.m. for a 6-hour tour. Are you serious?
The weather started getting rough. The tiny ship was tossed. If not for the courage of the fearless crew, the Mary Sue would be lost.
We're going on a fishing tour. Well, I don't know. I am. She's like,
So
that
much for
literally
being
sounds like
married.
the worst thing ever.
I heard
We'll
that
do
women
something fun. Us girls will stay back and we'll have fun.
women being on a boat's bad luck.
Amen to that.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
It's like Netflix.
Is going on. Look at it, and that's just like really, really blurry.
Yeah. Your first address.
And he
Oh,
I
can't.
I didn't even
Like,
I was literally thinking of going on and buying these because I don't have any. I love it so much. Thank you.
What is it? That reminded me of your wedding. What did it? Because he's lucky to be alive.
I love it. I love it. Thank you.
Folks.
Wait, what are we doing?
What do we have? What do we do
I've
here?
never rehearsed this.
Yeah. What,
You've never
never
seen a
rehearsed.
couple cut their wedding cake before?
No.
You gotta smash
Both
cake in the face.
hands.
2 hands on 1 knife.
Oh, yeah.
Two
Take a
hands on
piece.
one knife.
Pinky promise.
2 hands on 1 knife, guys.
Right.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
Wait a minute.
I don't
You
know.
don't have
Smash cake in the face.
Are we doing it?
Just shove his whole face in it.
Uh-oh.
Saw it, yeah.
There you go.
I hope that's a saw night.
does anyone have to pull it out?
No.
No.
Yeah.
You.
Johnny.
Oh my gosh.
No idea.
That's why.
What in the?
Oh, we can't repeat it. It's something you would have said, Joseph.
So we're cutting the cake. No, wait. We're cutting the cake, and Becca gets to the end of the cut, and she's like, "Wait, does someone have to pull it out?"
Do you have to repeat it?
Teresa says, "Johnny."
Leave it to Teresa to think dirty like that.
Well, they're married now. They can have
Yeah, we're not married yet. I
But
really
you
meant-
got it though, Johnny.
Johnny, you need to use the knife.
You got it.
I had to process. I'm like, would Teresa say that?
Johnny, Mom now. All right, never mind that.
Never mind that.
So you go.
You can cut the birthday cake.
Huge
then after.
pieces.
What do you want? It's angel
It's
food.
angel food. Get some whipped cream in there. Use a fork.
With your hands, come on. Just make sure you get plenty of frosting and shove it in the plate.
Don't poke her with a fork.
Holy smokes.
Those are huge bites. Oh.
Probably should be over.
Hey, at least your lipstick won't come off.
Hey, let's just
Yeah, that's right. How are your legs?
Now,
That's
now
really
we
good.
can grab that other cake and we can
No,
sing happy
no.
birthday.
Oh, that was made by Grandma.
Happy birthday.
They love your cake.